So today we are making a New Orleans style shrimp that I love to cook with a creamy cheddar polenta. Up next. You gotta taste your food. You gotta eat what you cook and cook what you eat. I learned that from a chef a long time ago. Oh Jesus. Take a deep breath. You just have to plow forward, I'm telling you.
Dende, dende, dende.
How do I look? Do I have something on my face?
Yes.
What?
The camera.
This is gonna the cheerleaders.
Oh shit, you missed it. Oh, missed it.
Alright, Super Saiyan mode.
Alright guys, so today we're making a New Orleans style shrimp with the creamy white cheddar polenta.
Get it? Alright. High five, Brian. Alright, good. Alright, so earlier today, I steeped milk with shallots, bay leaf, Parmesan rinds. I brought it to a boil, then to a simmer, and I left it on the stove for an hour. So this is what it looks like. So from there, I strained it, and this is going to be the base that we're going to be using to cook the polenta. So let's put it on a pot. So in cooking, always start what takes the longest time to cook. Polenta, since you're heating up the base, you have to start there, and the rest would automatically follow. What I have here is basically a white tiger shrimp, 8/12s. I have 5 of them. It's gonna be perfect for this dish that we are gonna create. So let's put this on the side. So here are the ingredients that I have: diced tomato, polenta, that's gonna be used together with the cream, the cheddar cheese, the blackening seasoning, the scallions is going to be the garnish, together with your red grapes. Garlic is for the spinach. While waiting for the cream to boil, let's take care of the shrimp. How I start this dish: I put canola oil and let that pan heat up. While that pan is heating up, I am going to season the shrimp with this blackening seasoning. They're very generous with their seasoning, and that's gonna create that flavor later on in the dish. That's very important. Alright, now that I've seasoned the shrimp, I have a really hot pan. Come watch this. Be careful putting this in a pan. The pan is gonna be very, very hot. Since I've done this so many times in my career and I've burned myself, kind of figured how to do it. You always want to put your protein away from you instead of towards you so the oil doesn't splash. So let that thing caramelize. I would add a little bit more oil because, like, if you look at the pan now, it looks like it's very dry. So I would put a little bit more oil. Let it be happy in that pan. Let it create that caramelization that you need so you could create this flavor that you're achieving. Flip it. Now, remember, shrimp does cook really fast, so you gotta keep an eye on it. If you see that orange color, that means that it's about there. So the next step of this dish, I am gonna mount it with butter. You have to brown the butter so it would give out that nutty flavor in your sauce. From here, you're gonna do it with white wine. Add your tomato. Add parsley. And then squeeze of lemon. So that is cooked. That is done. I'm gonna put this aside because I'm gonna take care of the polenta. Now, everybody is afraid in cooking polenta because they think that it's very hard to make. The trick to cooking a good polenta boiling. The proportion of the polenta is always 1:4. I'm gonna add the polenta. You have to whisk because you don't want it to stick to the bottom. And you'll see that the polenta is gonna start to thicken up. Now if it does get too thick, you can loosen it up with chicken stock. I prefer milk because it has that nice creamy flavor to it. You see that? Your polenta is pretty much cooked. Now you're gonna fold in your cheese in there. Cheese. Now I can see that the polenta is getting really thick. I want it a little bit more loose for this specific dish, so I am gonna add more milk. Some people like to add water to it. Water doesn't have flavor. If you already have a lot of flavor in your base, then that's good. Now if you don't want to add any more flavor, adding water is your best friend. So while that thing is cooking, you gotta turn down the heat to let the polenta cook. Let's leave that alone and we'll take care of the wilted spinach. So I got a fresh pan, add canola oil. I like canola oil because it has neutral flavor. So while that thing is getting hot, alright, the trick to cooking the garlic, as soon as you smell it, add the rest of your ingredients. Spinach. There you go. Biggest mistake that a lot of people do is they over-season the spinach. Don't over-season your spinach. Those are the biggest mistake that young cooks make. Alright. Your spinach is ready, your polenta is ready, your shrimp is ready. Now it's time to plate up. So now everything is done. This is how I plate this dish. So I grab my polenta, put it on the bottom of the plate. Grab the wilted spinach. I put it beside it. Alright, I'm gonna reheat this shrimp. Remember earlier I said that the sauce is basically your brown butter. This is what you're gonna put on top of the plate. Let's clean your plate. I'm gonna grab a bowl. So to finish off this dish, I grab scallions, red grapes, pepper, extra virgin olive oil, lemon juice, and then salt. Alright, toss it. So what the grapes does is going to bring its nice natural sweetness to it, and it's going to help it balance out the dish. So voila, that's your finished product.
You want the actual that bite, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
But baked.
Good job.
What is it?
Try it.
What is underneath it?
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click those thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next creation.